What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild checking in once again, back in the building today, guys, with the brand new Springfield Armory KUNA. Now, this is a two-part series. If you want to see the actual review on the KUNA, check out the link down below in the description, or maybe I could put a bubble up here or pin the comment. But the review on here, shooting it, talking about it, that will be all in a separate video. This is an unboxing, kind of showing you what you get straight out of the box when ordering the KUNA itself. And this one in particular is the Strike Industries Braced Edition. So it comes in, of course, the KUNA box, and the box itself is, for the most part, good, nice, you know, something to hold it in. However, this does not come in any sort of case or anything of that nature that you can kind of reuse, and that's something that Springfield Armory is known for when it comes to their pistols. Usually they have like a pistol pouch. However, for the KUNA, that is not the case. But straight out of the gate, you get the actual gun right in front of you. Now, I've already unboxed it, already unpackaged it. It comes in plastic, of course, and this, as I stated before, is the Strike Industries braced version. So you're gonna have the brace already put on and assembled, and this is how this bad boy comes straight out of the box. Putting that off to the side, you're gonna get two little compartments that you can see right here. And one compartment will have an Allen key for the Strike Industries, as well as, I believe the magazines came in this one down below, but you will have two magazines as well that will be shipped straight out the gate alongside with your magazine lock. And you will also have two Allen keys that will come with it that, I ain't gonna lie, I think they're over here. Two separate little Allen keys right here. Now underneath, you also have, of course, the manual. So that is what comes straight out the gate on the box itself. Nice package, but of course, not something that can be reused. So just opening this up, scan the QR code. This is like for a manual and your warranties and all that. And one thing about Springfield Armory is they have a good warranty service, in my opinion. I hate to say it, but to say it, I had to send in two guns to Springfield Armory that I bought and ended up having a little bit of issues with, one being the Prodigy and then one also being the M1A1. For this KUNA though, after shooting it and check out the review, that won't be the case. Bam! Woo! The Springfield Armory KUNA. Let's just put her in here so you guys can see how she looks straight out the gate. Now, you're definitely gonna wanna check out the full-on in-depth review, because I think that Springfield got something going with this one. It's gonna be a big time banger for the year of 2025. I'll save that all for the review though, without talking too much. But what this is an imported product from Croatia. If you guys know what HS product is, you should know who they are by now, because they have given us the Hellion from Springfield Armory, as well as the beloved Hellcat. Well, the Hellion is beloved as well, but great products that are actually battle tested from Croatia. And now we had to add into the mix the KUNA, which is a PCC in 9mm. But they also have a 40 Smith & Wesson version that is not yet coming to Springfield Armory, but from some videos floating on the internet, that may be down the pipeline. Don't hold me to it. But it is a simple, I believe, upper receiver switch that the lower can actually run those 40 Smith & Wesson magazines alongside with the 9mm that we have right here. But with that said, we'll focus in on the 9mm itself. So a little bit of the specs you have here, of course, a monolithic forged 775 T6 aluminum Type 3 hard coat upper. So the actual upper is aluminum, the lower is that of a polymer. You got M-LOK featured on the handguard, which is a very short handguard, but good enough to have a good grip. And you got M-LOKs at the 3, 6, and 9 o'clock positions. The muzzle brake is a multi-port muzzle brake that features two big type of ports on the 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Then of course on the top portion, you have two little ports at the 12. And then going down further on the muzzle, you have that brake that's featured there with two huge ports on each side. It definitely gives you a little bit of, definitely when shooting it, you're gonna feel that muzzle brake. It's gonna, give you a little bit of a feel, I'm not gonna lie, but after a while I got used to it, and it exceptionally helps with the recoil on this gun, even though there isn't much of it at all. Some of us though may be running this suppressed, so that won't even matter. So speaking of the muzzle device, it is thread pitched at 1/2 by 28, which is your standard thread pitch when it comes to 9mm. So you will be able to run it on pretty much any 9mm suppressor, tri-lug, whatever you need, you should be good to go. Then we have, of course, the barrel itself. The barrel is a 6-inch barrel with a 110 twist, hammer forged as well. And for the lower receiver, when we spoke about the polymer, it's an injection molded glass filled polymer. The lower itself is fully ambidextrous. So you have ambidextrous safety, you have an ambi bolt release, mag release, and then also on the upper, you have on both sides here, some quick attachment slots to run with your sling. The weight is 5 pounds and 5 ounces. The receiver end plate is a Picatinny, so you can put any other type of brace if you want. If you want to go with this one, which is included, or you can grab the version that comes without the brace, and it's, I think, a little bit like $100 cheaper. The trigger guard is integral to the receiver. It could take any type of AR grip as well. This one is the same type of texture, I would say, as the Hellcat, which is that adaptive grip texture where the more you grip it, the more harder you grab onto it, no diddy, the better the grip is overall. The length is 15.5 overall length from about right here to here, and then the overall length with the brace folded out is gonna take you to 24.5. We spoke about ambi. The charging handle is right here, and it flips down, and you can charge there. You can, however, move this charging handle to this side if you want to run it on this end as well. And the charging handle is non-reciprocating, so keep that in mind. You don't have to worry about it going back and hitting you in the hand. Then, of course, my favorite thing about this gun is probably gonna have to, I mean, the gun is awesome as well, but the guys, to be 100% honest with you, the trigger on this is phenomenal, bro. It's a very flat face trigger. Let's get close up on it. I gotta show y'all, man. This trigger is crazy. Flat face trigger. You got a little bit of take up, literally, wall. I'm gently pulling it. There you go. Reset. Right back on wall. By far one of the best triggers when it comes to HS products in Springfield, because as much as I love the Hellcat and the Hellion, the trigger can be a pain at sometimes, you know? This one, phenomenal. You also have hybrid sights. So these have very similar sights to that of the Hellcat, but also to like how the Hellion is used. So you have these sights on the low end that you can get extremely low to if you want to run it like this, which is a little uncomfortable, but has the U-notch sight there. If you want to take it up a notch, you know, no pun intended, you have these flip-up sights that you can utilize right here. And then you have kind of very similar to what the Hellion runs, and similar also to somewhat like how the MP5 is. So you have these ones to go with as well. When running a red dot, I was actually able to get a nice co-witness depending on the sight I was using. I used the low end sight and then I used the high end sight, and I was able to get a pretty good co-witness on the lower end on that. But you have built-in sights to go along with it as well. Last but not least, the actual gas system, which is probably one of the most important things, of course. This is a roller delayed system. So the actual recoil is extremely low. The same type of system that is utilized on a MP5, and you can feel a difference when shooting it on how that reacts compared to like your typical delayed blowback systems on some PCCs out there. This thing shoots extremely soft, but we'll save that more so for the review. But overall, man, I think that they did something really nice and knocked it out the park. The MSRP for the brace version is gonna be $12, and without the brace, you're gonna be at the $9.99. Yeah, I gotta speak a little bit like that because YouTube can be weird thinking I'm trying to say something. I'm just giving you guys information. I think that that price is going to compete with pretty much every other PCC in the market, because at the $9.99 price, there is not a PCC that comes to mind that I like, at least, or that I say is some of the top dogs that is around that price point. Scorpion is up there, like above that. MPX is way above that. KP9, which if you can find them, they're slightly above that. AKV from PSA is above that. A Strybog might actually be somewhere at that or lower depending on the version. I think you could probably find a Strybog like somewhere around that price. Vector is a slight, about that price, maybe a little bit above it, right around there, about that price. But this one, just coming in at the roller delayed and the price point of what you get in the full ambi, immaculate. I think that this will definitely cause a lot of competition in the PCC area, in my opinion. But also, one thing in particular is, that's probably the most important with everything, is how compact this bad boy is out the gate. Very, very small, can fit into a book bag easily. And I think that it's gonna cause some definite competition. And I know it's extremely early, so I'm not gonna jump out there and just fully say it, but this is definitely gonna be one of the best new guns coming out in 2025. Potentially could be probably #1. We'll just have to wait and see. But new guns, brand new, you know, coming to the US. HS Products though, this thing knocked it out the park. I can't wait till more people actually get hands on it so they can see for themselves, and it's just not like this coming from me because I was sent one from Springfield. I want people to speak for themselves in the comment section, and if you get one and shoot it, to let people know yourself how well this thing is out the gate. I had fun with it. I can't wait to have more fun with it. I think this thing is phenomenal. Currently, it's going to be only available in a pistol configuration, and I think it's going to stay that way. There are SBR versions, but they take a whole different type of back unit and receiver, so we'll just have to wait and see if that comes down the pipeline. With that said though, I'm going to end you guys and girls off with this review, and I will follow up with an actual review on the gun itself where we'll talk more in depth. Check that out. It should be already available now. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.